I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Spotlight Network, we dive into a wonderful book, and it's called Hurry, Hurry, My Children. It is a deeply moving book written by Labertha McCormick. This inspiring work brings hope to those in dire circumstances, fosters emotional healing, and encourages soul searching for a brighter future. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Prime 7 Media for helping us put her in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her beautiful book. The links are below this interview. Labertha, thank you so much for joining me here today on Spotlight.
Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. Tell me a little bit about the inspiration for you to write Hurry, Hurry, My Children.
Just life's circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Every day we face circumstances that some people don't believe that they believe that they're the only one with such dilemmas, with such problems, with such different people to deal with on a daily basis. They think they're the only one when it comes to, should I say, hard times or difficult times in life to go through. And they're not. And that was one of my purposes of writing the book, is to make everybody feel better about every circumstance.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, it's a universal experience. We will all have pain, suffering, hardship, and heartache in this life. It's just part of it. When you have an up, you got to have a down, a yin and a yang. There's always an opposite. So you can't always be up here, unfortunately. Sometimes you're down there, but you got to find a way to pick yourself up and get going again. And for you, humor plays an important role in promoting healing. Tell us about that.
Well, I do know, biblically speaking, it is written, blessed be the merry heart, because the merry heart doeth good like a medicine. And if you know that and can apply that to many circumstances in life, it will help you to get through it better. When you have a whole different outlook on the most dire of circumstances, you can become healed on the inside from that you are able to experience, from knowing that God has given us a way out in some circumstances, not always just get rid of it, but help you to get through it.
Yeah, amazing. I've been a Christian my whole life. I've never heard about the part about having a merry heart. Blessed be the merry heart. So I'm going to remember that, because I think it's absolutely true and absolutely fitting for sure. Your Christian background has really influenced your writing. Tell us a little bit about your faith and the influence of Christianity in your book.
Oh, much, almost throughout everyone. I say I can start and never finish, but how it has influenced just living life, thinking about things that some of us may think nobody can do anything about it, but there's something to be said about everything. There's something to change your attitudes and feelings about, as I said earlier, the most dire of circumstances. But many times people don't write about it. They just go through life without even realizing that there's something to aid them in the situation. And also to spread it to other people who don't ever read. If they don't read, you can possibly act out that particular dilemma by way of your actions from the words that you have heard written from my book, that I do believe has been inspired to do the writings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tell us about the title of your book, Hurry, Hurry, My Children.
Hurry,
What does it
hurry,
mean?
my children means, yes, hurry, children, to do these things, but I am speaking of children. It really relates to everybody, all of us, because all of us are children of God. But in many instances, we only relate the children to the young people, but it specifies a lot of circumstances for young people to be guided by, but I am really referring to everybody because time is of essence. Time is running out, and we need to make the best of it because young people, they have a tendency to believe that they'll be here, a long time, a long time. Older people sometimes think that this is it. I'm on my way out. There's nothing to be said to me to help circumstances. And on the average, people, it's just mainly people to take heed to these written words that I have been given for me to spread to them.
Absolutely. When you talk about time being fleeting, and that this life is not eternal here on earth anyway, and young people do feel like it's forever, they can't picture their own mortality to their own detriment sometimes. For you, leaving a legacy is important. Tell us why you think that's important, and how does your book reflect that?
I would like for everybody who has the opportunity to know about my book and to read it, to know that we all have a legacy that we should leave. We should make this earth better than it was when we came by the way we live our lives, the way we transfer our thoughts, the way we do our deeds that would um, affect, improve somebody else's life, whether they be aware of what we are doing or not. Our influence on people and how they perceive life is very important. That's a legacy that I want them to know that I, their parent, did the best I could in rearing them and the best that I could in passing on everything that is good in the sight of God. We need to pass it on. We don't have to be in the limelights or just in the limelights in order to let people see what we do, but what we have done through the deeds and our actions and our words should pass on. I would like them to remember Labertha McCormick as the one who has given them something good to remember and to carry on throughout their lives and to spread the goodness of God. That is what my legacy really, I would like it to be.
Absolutely, that is a beautiful legacy indeed. And indeed, this book is a gift to people because I think it'll help them on their spiritual paths and help them become a self-actualized person. What was it like writing this book? How did it impact you personally when you were going through your life and thinking about the challenges and the different uh, successes you had in life as well?
Sir, writing this book took years, years, 35 years just to put it together, thoughts that I had, words that I made into poems I collected. And over the time of all these years passing, maturity and had also set in that I thought differently somewhat and would change some things because I had become a little bit more mature. It took a while because I don't have quiet time. It was difficult for me having the 13 children. I had difficulty in finding some quiet time. And so that's why when I did, I wrote down things, I kept them, and I let it pile up until I said, I'm going to put this book together. It's not going to get done. So that's why it was written. And in the foreword, I say it was written in a hurry. It was written because the time that I had was very valuable. All of our time is valuable. And all these years that it took me to compile this, I said, I am putting it together. If I don't do this now, I don't know if I'll have a second time to put it. I don't know if these little minor corrections will be done within this time that I have. And I just got on it because I'm going to tell you, time is of the essence. And I know that when you want some quiet time and when God speaks to you, I would have to run over in the corner, jot it down, and find it maybe 2 years later, and then continue from that. So it was not an easy deal. It was not an easy task, but
Well,
I'm glad that I finally put it together.
certainly you had your hands full, and certainly the fact that it was written over the course of decades is reflected in the work because you have to live a life and you
Yes.
have to experience life in order to write a book such as this. What do you hope readers take away from your book?
Some inspiration to do something that is going to better their lives in some way or another. I'd like them to spread the words and the thoughts that I have given in this book. I would like them to be somewhat, uh, actually, a better person, to have a better outlook on life, to not leave this world being a grump, to find something that's going to bring joy to their heart, and at the same time, others being surrounded by them and their persona.
Wonderful, wonderful. The name of the book is Hurry, Hurry, My Children. It is a deeply moving book written by Labertha McCormick. It is an inspiring work that brings hope to those in dire circumstances, fosters emotional healing, and encourages soul searching for a brighter future. This book will help you explore the heartfelt legacy that Labertha aims to leave, and the book is just filled with humor, faith, and resilience, and it is highly recommended. Labertha, thank you so much for joining me here today on Spotlight.
I thank you for having me, and I wish you well in all that you do.
I appreciate that, Labertha. Thank you so much. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on
Thank you.
Spotlight.